All right, the time has come. I am rescaping Dragon Valley 1.0. Now this is the most loved aquarium on the channel, but it's time to change it. Now don't freak out, don't freak out. I'm not tearing it 100% down and doing something different. We're gonna be doing more of like a refresh. So as you can see, it's just extremely overgrown and it's really nothing to look at but a wall of plants. Now for some, you may love that. For me, I gotta look at it every day. I wanna refresh it. So what I'm gonna do is pull all of the plants out, separate them out, put back in the ones I want. I'll explain everything, and we're gonna do this in kind of montage format. Kinda? No, we're going to do it in montage format. For one, if you haven't been hearing throughout the video, we have a rash of thunderstorms in my area here, so there's just gonna be constant booming all day today. That doesn't make a good video. Second, I wanna just get my hands in here, pull it out, get it done. There's not too much to explain while I'm doing it, and then we'll take a look at it at the end. So let me tell you what I'm gonna do to give you a broad picture of it, and then you can sit back, grab a snack or something, and enjoy the montage. All right, starting at the top here, we have this beautiful Alternanthera rennickii, or rennickii, that is just growing out the top. It's crazy. But if we come along and look down the side here, it's just kind of a floating root ball. It's not really down in the soil like it once was. So I'm gonna pull all of that out, and I'm going to replace it with some Wallichii or Wallichii. These plants love to have that double I last name. But it's doing okay in the 75-gallon aquarium here, but I want to pull it out. It doesn't really fit this scape, as you see. It just kind of looks out of place. I put it in there to save the plant, and that was successful. So now we're going to move it to something more appropriate. Then if we look around in here a little bit closer, you will see that we have Anubias Nana, I think it's Petite. Could be Coin, but I think it's Petite. And then we have some just Anubias Nana Golden in here. But the Anubias Nana is just a little bit large for the scape versus our Delicate Leaf Boost that we have over here and our Anubias Nana Petite, again, I believe it is. So if we come up to the top here, you'll be able to see that we have two different leaf types. We have the smaller Anubias Nana Petite there, and then just this Anubias Nana. We have it in golden and just regular green. I'm going to be pulling out all of the Anubias Nana size, this bigger size here, and we're going to be breaking apart all of the petite leaf kind of plants and scattering them back around there so that we can see the original rock work and still have a nice planted aquarium, but essentially going epiphyte only again in this aquarium and replacing the background plant for a little pop of color. It's very hard to see, but if we try and zoom in here, you can see how the boost here is trying to grow like in between leaves of Anubias Nana. You can see the Anubias maybe right down there in that shadow area. It's just way overcrowded. So without any more jibber jabber, I'm gonna set the camera up maybe in kind of this position here, and hopefully you enjoy the montage. And there we go. All the plants have been stripped out of the aquarium. It is still pretty cloudy, so I'll let it clear up. You saw in the montage, I put the filter in there, a little bit of API AccuClear as well to just kind of clear that up. When it cleans up, I will show you what the original rockwork looked like. Now, I did lose a couple of pieces. I figured this was going to happen because these Anubias and stuff just roots deep in there. So I may have to touch up a couple little areas, like right down in here, which again, you can't see. But let's check out the plants. Would you believe in this small little, by the way, this is like just under a 10-gallon aquarium. Would you believe that all of this Anubias Nana Golden was in there? I mean, goodness me, there is quite literally about 1/3 of a bucket, maybe half a bucket, but I'm going to go with 1/3. And if we move over here, there is a bunch of Bucephalandra and Anubias Nana Petite over here. Again, I think it's Petite. I think Coin is the round one, and the pointy leaf is Petite. So I'm going to go with Petite for the rest of this video. But anyway, baby Anubias and some Bus. I'm going to get this stuff all underwater. We'll let this clean up. We'll put this in pots for sale at ssaquascapes.com, and we'll see you when we can see this. I've dropped the water level a little bit lower, pretty much the minimum for all the livestock to live. Let's take a closer look at the hardscape here. One of the things we're going to notice is that there's a lot of kind of roots that are still stuck onto the rockwork around the area. I don't think the roots are going to generate a new plant, but if it does, or I missed a rhizome, like maybe down in this pocket, it was very hard to get that rhizome out of there. Obviously in this section right here, we have possibly some small rhizome pieces. If it regrows, it's fine. I found a crypt parva that's down here, and that's awesome because when this setup was originally done, there was supposed to be crypt parva throughout the bottom of the aquascape, and somehow one of them lived underneath all that Anubias. I don't know. I do have a couple of pots that I've replanted of this species, and I'm going to add it to this setup here. And with that being said, here's your final look at what the original Dragon Valley setup was. Let's go ahead and do another planting montage and wrap this video up. All right, we're all planted. Let's do a quick tour around the aquarium just to recap everything that was done. We'll start over here on the right. It's essentially just putting the Bus and some Anubias Nana Petite back in there. As you saw in the montage, we just kind of stuck it around the base of the rocks primarily. A couple of places here in the middle where we wanted to put a little bit of greenery. Coming around here, this little shelf or this edge right here, I could not get the plant out of there. I think it's an Anubias Nana Petite, so we're going to let it regrow. As you saw, it was kind of stripped down. We'll see what pops up there. Some Anubias and Bus around this area, big old chunk of Bus right here around the cave structure. And then moving up to the top, I did get a little bit of height on this Anubias. I'll trim it as necessary. And then on the shelf, for people that have been around the channel for a while, you will recognize that putting Monte Carlo on this shelf was amazing at one time. If I can find a photo, I'll put it up right now of what this aquarium looked like when that Monte Carlo was up there. But I think I'm going to go back to that. I really enjoyed what happened there. The only thing we have left to do is do a little bit of planting back here. I've got to add some aqua soil to kind of nutrient this area. Start thinking about your comments. Do you enjoy it when it was just an overgrown jungle? Or do you like seeing the rock structure as it is now and more kind of aquascapey? Oh, before I forget, I did put S-Repens back in the corner down here and back over here. I put a little S-Repens, as you might have saw in the montage. I wasn't going to because S-Repens can go crazy, but this is a seasoned aquarium and I would like the S-Repens to kind of suck up any excess nutrients down in the substrate. All right, I'm gonna get this filled up with pure RO water very slowly. We'll be back to plant the Wallichii. We got that Wallichii all planted back here in the corner, and it's going to look absolutely fantastic once it kind of grows up and fills in. We will trim it and replant it. As we see here, there's a couple of shoots that are just poking out. We do need to get this water cleared up, so there's one final step. We're actually going to put a filter on here. It's a very unique filter. Let me show you what it is. The filter we're going to be installing is the Hygger backpack filter here. Now, I'm not going to do a full unboxing and a filter setup kind of thing. If you want to see this filter, I'm going to do a separate video specifically on this filter. It should be the next video on the list, so make sure you subscribe or do the notification thing, whatever you want to do to make sure you see this video. All right, we are fully up and running here. Tank is looking good. This filter is pretty cool, man. Like, it's a very slim, kind of 3-inch deep filter. They call it a backpack. I mean, it's kind of like a hang-on-the-back canister filter. Really, really cool. They have a collection chamber here for like detritus and waste that you can drain right here. Now, I haven't put the drain valve in, but there's a little thing on the back there that you can open the drain. They come with these little balls that kind of swirl around, and it cleans the mesh screen like automatically. Really, really cool little filter, I think. I can't wait to do the full-blown video on this filter. Again, should be the next video in the list here, but subscribe to the channel if you want to see the assembly and review on the Hygger backpack canister filter. And that's going to do it for the Dragon Valley 1.0 rebuild. I am really, really happy with the reset. One of the things I enjoy about the hobby is starting a new aquascape and watching the plants grow and kind of develop and take over. And this is a very old aquarium that's been reset to like brand new. So I enjoy seeing the hardscape again. Drop down in the comments and let me know what you think. Should I have just left it the way it was and just let it grow kind of crazy jungle style? Or do you guys enjoy seeing the hardscape again, kind of like a fresh aquascape? We will, of course, be doing updates on this aquarium. And man, let me tell you, that filter looks pretty cool. So stay tuned for that one. I appreciate you guys watching. If you need any plans, you can jump onto ssaquascapes.com and place an order there. Until then, I'll see you guys on the next build.